Like more Devil May Cry 5. And time for what Christian considers the trash character to play as. What was that?
You put a picture of me with a Mario hat on. I don't know why.
Dead One Nigh is our part. Is our Nero for this mission.
Yep.
I wanted it to just be the actual script or a telephone book.
The fact that he's dressed like him as well.
That puppet's new.
Leave the ones around you to depict that kid. Gotta land the final blow, B. You know we can't kill him.
I've come to the conclusion that I've completely forgotten how to play this game in the time span of 2 days. I don't know what it is, but I'm getting fucked up by everything.
This was the fact that because you have 3 characters who have slightly different control schemes.
So, gouge him.
And it's like, why? I wasn't this bad last weekend. What happened?
To see a world in a grain of sand and a heaven in a wide cloud. Hold infinity in the palm of your hand.
So I just stopped playing.
What?
So I just stopped playing. I'll probably try again some more time.
When Bloody Palace comes out April 1st.
Yeah, especially if it does have the co-op. That is definitely gonna bring me back in. Because, you know, I'm not patient enough to do Bloody Palace by myself. I can only handle fighting waves of enemies for so long before I get bored.
You're under a 20-minute time limit, so you gotta be fast.
Yeah, but from what I heard, the time limit's not even a problem.
Yeah.
So I'm not really worried about the time limit at all. Like, by the time you get up to floor 10, you'll have like 40 minutes and shit. These cutscenes are gonna be the death of me.
Come on, you had no reaction yet.
To what?
I was thinking you just haven't said anything. In fact, you've been mostly quiet this night.
Into nothingness.
Yeah, I'm playing something.
Now we slow run along. Because I don't have the dash ability yet, because I couldn't get that upgrade yet.
Descend it is.
Get rid of this. Now we got X Factor being our Nero. Who here watched the Puppy and Scooby-Doo?
You damn right I did.
Occasionally.
Who remembers,
Give that like a boomerang.
who remembers the character Red Herring?
Nope. Maybe?
He's a redhead kid that Freddy always blamed for as the culprit, and it was a joke that as a kid I didn't
Like he never did it.
No,
Oh,
except for
yeah.
once. Except for once.
Oh yeah.
He did it
But
once.
most of the time, like he never did it.
Yeah.
That's his name.
As a kid, I didn't get the joke of his name being Red Herring.
As a kid, I thought his name was Red Herring because he had red hair.
Yeah, same man. That was like, what is his hair?
Slice him. Pardon me. Return it to the underworld. Die.
The thing I hate about Nightmare is that if you accidentally call him, you have to wait a while for you to be able to get rid of him. But by the time that time has passed, you've already lost like a bar.
Gouge him.
And sending him back costs another bar, so you lose like freaking 3 whole bars.
The end is now.
Yeah, system's not perfect. But yeah, one of the animators for the company tends to pitch, hey, saying, hey, can insert very obscure character in this show come back, and not ask people, hey, how'd you guys feel if Red Herring were to come back?
Unstable.
Because he wants Red Herring to come back. And people are like, they love Red Herring to come back because he's one of the only things that didn't come back from the show Puppet Scooby Doo. Like they even kept the name of the town as Coolsville. Red Herring got no justice. Some people say it's because Red Herring is an English-only joke that cannot be translated. But again, how many times in other media do you see them make a joke that can't be translated?
Look at that shiny boy.
Look at that not spherical orb.
It's more of a diamond now, isn't it?
It's spherical!
I will not allow him to gain any more power.
I'd attempt to do the voice, but in my current state, I can't. Fuck being sick.
That reminds me. Someone made a comment about an airline that said how they now accommodate non-binary people. So someone said, someone made a joke. I have to share my airplane seat with a dragon. There may be some space. So someone else said, just identify yourself as a first class, right? As a first class patron. I'm gonna get free first class. I mean, that's how it works, right? Did I tell you guys a time about how?
I said you didn't think.
Did I ever tell you guys the time about how other kids said that furries were offensive?
I mean, yeah, furries are offensive to my eyes.
No, offensive to them.
Oh, I don't care what they think.
Same.
They said that furries only pretend to be animals, which is why they are freaking abusing their culture by only pretending to be animals.
Oh, the irony!
That's their logic. We actually are animals. These furries only pretend to be animals.
The irony!
I also want to gimmicks for V. So you can unlock some secret areas by summoning Nightmare in certain places. Like that passageway is not
Very
open.
annoying.
Yes, it can be. Like that passageway is not open because I summon Nightmare here.
So there is one way to tell.
What's that?
The paths that Nightmare can break open seem to always be identified with a certain set of posters.
I did not know this.
I'll point them out to you later on.
I only ever found like 2 places with summoning Nightmares.
Yeah, but I've noticed, like, when I was playing, every wall that Nightmare can break has a certain group of posters on it. Except that one that you just broke down, I think. Granted, that one is where the tutorial comes in for it, so...
Also, what I'm doing is the fact that if you hold R2, you can read from V's book. Doing so will increase your double trigger meter. And more double triggers, always good. How are none of these guys gray yet?
Yeah.
Finally. Also, there's supposed to be a timing mechanic for V's finisher to freaking be able to pretty much combo them. What the timing is, I have no idea.
There is? I've never heard of this.
Yeah, same thing. I only ever heard of it because of an interview. Yeah, it's supposed to be a timing where multiple people are ready to be killed. You can pretty much just automatically snap to them. I managed to pull it off like sometimes, but not timing down.
I've never really did that. If I wanted to kill multiple guys at once, I just use the cane rain.
And the fact that Christian gets to use the phrase cane rain.
I mean, the thing is called Royal Fork. But I just call it Cane Rain.
Lie.
Blue orb fragment. Mine.
First of many.
Don't forget that. I can't forget that white orb.
By the way, I'll probably try and point out some of the secret missions I remember to you,
Please
if
do
you
so.
want.
Please do so. You will be wanting more. Press clear.
Did you ever find the one in this level?
No.
You need 2 Nidhogg hatchlings, which you do.
Yeah, this is the first time I ever got both of them because I didn't know that there was a second one here until my brother said so.
Yeah, now you want to go to where you gotta use them,
Yeah.
and in there you'll find the blue orb and the secret mission, where you can get another blue orb. You see that opened window right there?
Up there, yeah.
That's where you want to go.
At your pleasure.
And you can see the secret mission on the wall right there.
Also, another thing, friends want to know the fact that you can actually also expand your double trigger meter to both these two, which will also put them on autopilot.
Reap what you sow. Retreat.
AKA how I play V.
May know my blood.
I don't think I ever used Nightmare really,
I use that a
aside from
lot.
breaking walls. Or, you know, when the other two are dead.
Slice them.
I mostly freaking buff these two when with a boss fight.
Reap what you sow.
Am I crazy or does the bird's voice sound familiar?
I don't know.
It sounds familiar, but I cannot pinpoint it for the life of me.
Just remember that all of these demons were Devil May Cry 1 bosses.
Yeah, I know. Well, Shadow was a mini boss.
And Nightmare was annoying.
Yeah, he was. Granted, the second time I played it, he was nowhere near as bad as the first time I played it.
I don't give a crud. It's still annoying.
Yeah, the gimmick does not work. Also, is it me or is the lock on in this game can be like really retarded sometimes?
I don't find that issue.
Like I have an issue where occasionally I can like want to target the dude in front of me, but the lock on will target a dude behind me far off screen.
I know that Devil May Cry 4 had a setting where you're able to pick lock on to the enemy in front of you or lock on to the closest enemy. Never use lock on to closest enemy. And it's super annoying.
Yeah, infections.
Although to this day, people are still upset that Danny DeVito isn't gonna play Pikachu in the movie. They auditioned him. They did the thing with him, but just the fact that I didn't feel he fit
Goodbye,
Pikachu.
Shadow.
It'll be fine. Collect all red orbs. Edgy.
I'm pretty sure I've seen that logo before. I think it's in Metal Gear Solid 4, actually.
Oh god, not fast enough for this.
No, you can do it. It'll be a clutch, but you can do it. If you fail, you want to get that orb on the chair first next time.
This last one.
But over there. You can do every secret mission the first try you get it.
Another vitality point. Nice.
So what secret missions did you get?
One where V has to get to the blue orb without touching the ground. Couldn't do it. And one where Dante has to be in the air for about like 30 seconds. Couldn't do that one either.
Oh, I don't know how to do those two. The Dante one's kind of hit or miss though, but I did manage to do it.
I assume we need like the enemy step or something.
No, the motor. I did it without enemy step.
I was trying to do it with a motorcycle, but I still messed. I still hit the ground.
You want to alternate the motorcycle's aerial square attack and its sword master circle attack.
Right.
That should give you just enough airtime.
Slice him. Pierce thrower.
Did you get the one in mission? Oh yeah, of course you got the one in mission too.
Right. Erase the wall. Pierce thrower.
These guys, come on. Hang on, I got a question.
Gouge him.
I know I never asked this one before. I feel like I should have at some point.
So,
Can a bad ending to a story ruin it?
return.
I don't know.
I have to keep going. Reap what you sow.
Armando,
Slice him. Gouge him.
Armando,
Huh?
ask the question.
What question?
Can a bad ending ruin a story?
Die. Depends.
Can you elaborate?
I would need a better example.
What better example would I give? Just if a story can a story be considered bad if the ending, the thing that's supposed to build up to, does not is not good or satisfactory. Let's just start with if the ending is just plain bad.
Oh, these cutscenes aren't.
No.
Oh, I'm sad.
Come meet me. I'm at.
Yeah. Keep your panties on. I see ya already. Be right there.
Responsible driver she is. Yeah, let's say if an ending is just plain. Let's go with Mass Effect 3. Mass Effect 3 is the first example. An ending that's just plain disappointing. Does that invalidate the entire story of Mass Effect?
But I enjoyed the ending to Mass Effect 3.
You fucking what?
You did play the game before the freaking DLC ending, right?
There's a DLC ending.
Oh boy. Either way, freaking I can't say everything Mono specifically experienced because whatever I say is bad, he occasionally likes. Couldn't even get a V figure. But yeah, let's say if an ending is just anticlimactic.
I hate this fight.
It's fine.
I hate this fight.
Let's say, for example, an entire story builds up to defeating this one villain, and the villain just gives up for seemingly no reasons.
Oh, that kind of sucks.
Does that ending pretty much invalidate the story?
I mean, if the villain wanted to change, maybe not. It honestly depends what direction the story goes.
Example being, entire arc of Fairy Tail has them trying to build up to defeat this one person, and then once they get to them, the villain thinks to himself how easy it is to win, and then just doesn't fight.
No, that's
It's like I could beat you. It'll be so easy, but you're showing so much resolve. I can't bring myself to do it. I give up.
that's kind of stupid.
Like something like that. Is that ruin the entire story?
Yeah.
My example, which is something that's gonna be harder for you to answer, because it has to do with the genre that you guys don't have anything to do with. It has to do with this anime, Saw, that's based on based on a visual novel. So it's a rom-com. It's a rom-com harem series. Generally good series, good writing, but the ending sucks because the show pretty much spends its time.
The game is kind of overlapping you.
The show spent its time pretty much telling you every character and their backstory, right?
Okay.
And why they like Pro Tycoon. What exactly did he do that makes him likable? Which is good. But then the ending has him out of nowhere date the one person who didn't get backstory, and all of a sudden is willing to kill himself over. That's why the ending sucks. So I wouldn't say having that bad ending invalidates the entire story. There's the fact that there are many people who would say a bad ending validates it, because what's the point if you're building up to this ending and then the ending is just garbage? And the payoff isn't good. What's the point? That's why some people say that a writer should always know how will the story end before they start. Another example of not thinking things through is, for example, Part 2. The ending isn't bad, it's just balls to the walls crazy, and it has to be crazy considering the villain, but it's a case of you didn't think about how OP you made the villain. Christian, you want to elaborate to Armando how Part 2 ends?
Wait, well, I wasn't paying attention.
You want to elaborate to Armando how JoJo Part 2 ends?
I don't remember.
How can you forget?
It's been like 4 years.
So Joseph is trying to fight this immortal super vampire, tries to smack him into a volcano using a plane, and that fails, and the person is about to kill him. He's holding up this stone that amplifies the ability of Hamon, causing the volcano to erupt. The volcano launches him and the guy high up into the air. The guy creates bird wings to fly away. Joseph's severed arm rockets up and stabs the guy in the throat. Joseph then taunts him, making the guy distracted, which caused hot rocks to then launch him higher up in the air, and he ends up blasting the guy into space, making him unable to come back to the Earth. It is so ridiculous. It is so ridiculous, but it's the fact that it had to be that ridiculous because there was no other way he could win. As it pretty much screams, I didn't think of how can you beat this guy, so I had to do that. That's to launch a guy into space. Like, entertaining as crud, but it's also like, what the fuck? You just gotta be dead by now. What the hell's going on?
Go ahead.
I've never seen this guy respawn these things this fast before.
See, this is one of those fights that just go on for too long.
That's the thing. I never had it ever go on this long. Not even in Son of Sparta mode. And I just got hit mid-animation. You kidding me? Well, I'm stunned?
I've never seen that happen before. I didn't even know this game had status effects. How music go?
Why does he keep leaving?
Yeah, he does all the time.
I never had that as a thing.
Right, but he took so long to farm, he actually got away.
I know, right? There we go.
The cutworm forgives the plow. What do you say?
This fucking bootleg.
It just kind of happened. Listen, man, Capcom spent so much on the engine, they ain't got budget for cutscenes, okay? Whatever, I don't give a crud. I guess you were stylish, whatever. So, Chris, how them PS4 loading times Devil May Cry 5?
Let's see how long this is.
How them loading times?
It's probably about as long as this is actually. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
The bar would have to get at least about 80% before it does that jump.
That's what I thought. I've seen the PS4 version load. It's something else.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that jump, but it pretty much loads at the same speed. Well, you know what I mean. I can't freaking elaborate my words.
I no idea why these Velma cutscenes are so eager to use every song aside from all the music aside from Devil May Cry 5 soundtrack.
They thought it'd be funny. Another mission where I know where the secret mission is.
Alright. Do I need Nightmare for it?
Yes, you do. It's in the collapsed boat section.
Here we go. Yes, I did ring. That's why you're here.
Slice them.
They just made you ever find it hard to do Shadow's charge attack.
What do you mean?
Like that move. It always takes so wild. There's no visual cue
Yeah, I
when
had
it's
that
ready.
same issue too. There is a cue. He like has like this red spark come off of him. Once you get rid of this guy, you can see it.
takes so long? Jesus, Griffin doesn't take nearly that long.
Breaking through these.
And actually, before you summon Nightmare, I can show you the posters. Because I think they're on the wall that you have to break as well.
That's a question I asked Christian during P3. I'll ask to Armando right now. Armando, how do you feel about a game deciding to have elements like, let's say a game is built for one genre, but then suddenly has elements of another genre for sake of diversity.
Someone a tantrum up there. Watch the ceiling be.
Do you mean like third person shoulder then goes to first person?
Yeah, that's an example.
I mean, I'm used to it.
But also, I mean, something more drastic, such as the fact that Devil May Cry always has segments and elements of platforming, even if the games aren't exactly, made to be a platformer.
Oh.
I like how the orbs in this game look like someone just threw nerds all over the floor.
An example would be how PS4 Spider-Man has as these puzzles thrown in. It's just kind of there.
You're about there, just past the screen.
Like it is kind of there, or how it also has the these stealth missions for Mary Jane and
2 for 2.
and Miles. Like they're just there for the sake of having something different to do, because they're afraid that just having action would annoy you. So prefer if a game just stuck to one genre and rolled with it, or if it tried to change things up, just in case you might get bored.
It'd be fun to change things up.
And that is why you get crappy stealth missions.
Well,
That's why games like to put in crappy stealth missions for the sake of, well, it's different, so that way somebody player doesn't get bored. But our game is not made for this genre, therefore it's an issue. I mean, there are times where games are made for a genre. An example being Nier Automata is both is both an action game, but it also but it also turns into a shmup. A well-made shmup because it actually was well designed. But some people don't think that and just think make it different. That's how we get Gravity Rush.
Okay, you see that wall on the far side of the screen?
Yeah.
Go up to it. Get a nice view of those posters. Those posters right there will always mark a wall Nightmare can break.
Enjoy the taste of despair.
The secret mission is in this room.
Nice. Right there. Try the other thing. Okay, this one will be more interesting one. Silent main characters. How do you feel about them?
I'm used to them.
I mean, my favorite video game series is freaking Mario, so...
Here's the thing. Mario's silent, but he at least has a personality. Imagine a silent main character that has no personality for the sake of the main character is supposed to be you. Some people hate that. Some people hate that. With one person's example being they hate the idea of you're the protag because they are boring, and by proxy, if they're boring, that means the protag's boring. So they don't want to be the protag of a game. Just make a character. Another instance was like
There's also another orb in this room.
let's see. Now Christian mentioned Mario, right?
Yeah.
Now imagine if Mario still acts the same, but there are points where you get to pick.
No, not that way.
But there are points where you get to pick a dialogue choice of what Mario says.
It's like in Paper Mario, or the second one.
Does Mario have a personality? Paper Mario Thousand Year Door,
Somewhat, yes.
and you get to actually like make dialogue choices that are supposed to represent him. The point I'm trying to make is something people find annoying with more modern Persona games, where the protagonist is supposed to be silent and be you, but then they actually have hints or personality, meaning they can't be
How the
you.
hell did you go up that high?
I not the enemy that high, so freaking I just teleported to finish him off.
And he get all the way up there. You know, if there was one thing I wish there was an upgrade for, it would at least be an upgrade so increase the amount of warp stabs you can do.
That's the whole point of World 4. That's what World 4, like I said, the whole entire timing thing is you're supposed to be doing.
It's like, it gets more annoying when you go to do the warp stab, but you whiff because something got in your way.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, now you can go get the other orb. That's in the very same room.
Be an example would be P3, where the pro tag clearly has the loner the loner attitude and has the whole entire hot and cold thing with his choices. Like, does it make sense? Does it make sense to have him be silent at that point? Go over here, you said.
Yeah, it's that way.
Does it make sense to have?
Other way.
Huh?
Other side.
Does it make sense to have the pro tag be silent at that point?
I don't know.
Like P3 Pro Tag clearly has a personality of being a loner and not caring. P4 Pro Tag has the one-time personality of I just want to make friends. The P5 Pro Tag has a more goofy personality, and the Fem MC for Sonic 3 Portable is more of always happy. Like, they clearly have a personality. So why make them silent? So why pretend that the player is the character if the character clearly has a character? Like I said, it's like you took Mario, kept them all Yahoo, Wahoo, and happy, but then suddenly decided that Mario's supposed to be you.
Oh.
Mario's supposed to be you, even though clearly Mario has a personality, and now he's super happy and jolly.
You know what I hate about the infuses?
What's that?
They die way too fast to the point where I have no idea how the hell you're supposed to get higher than A in the prologue. I can't get the combo thing higher than a freaking B or a C because they keep dying so fast.
That's what you got your reason for.
I forgot about that actually.
You forgot
That would
about
probably work.
the boss of the pro
That
tag.
would probably do it.
Man, where's the style on? The boss, that's the difficult boss. Oh yeah.
There must be an escape route.
I still hate those things. They die way too easy. Put up no resistance whatsoever. They die in literally 3 hits. It doesn't matter what you hit them with. It'll always go down in 3 hits.
Pull the can. And it's gone. Thanks, Griffin. You're off my list.
Friendship ended with Griffin. Now Shadow's my best friend.
Griffin and V social link goes in reverse.
Look at all that money. Those things piss me off when I'm using Narrow because I can never break them in time. I get so close, and then they turn to stone.
Pin him to the wall.
Okay, now this one's more situational. How do you feel about a series that's always been tied to one console, and the series suddenly goes multi-platform.
Doesn't matter to me.
I'm okay with it going multi-platform. I'm not okay with it going exclusive for one console and then suddenly exclusive to another console.
Yeah, so, I was gonna say the inverse being, well, something that's always multi-platform suddenly goes to only on one console. About the first one, because it's something that I don't get why people are upset about. I remember people were legit upset when Final Fantasy 13 went multi-platform, even though it was a Nintendo. It was on Nintendo first, then went to Sony. It's something I just don't get. Like, what does it matter if more people get to play? Even today, there's still people who are like, I don't want Persona to go multi-platform. Why not? What do you lose? There isn't anything. There isn't any exclusive bonus for it being on one platform.
I feel like it's like that part of my special plus secret club mentality.
I mean, it's like just weird. Like, you don't see any of the SMT people get upset that Nocturne went to PS2 when before mainline SMT was only on Nintendo. And yet now you have people upset that SMT 5 is going to Switch, which I don't get.
Wasn't 4 on DS?
Yeah, it's on 3DS.
Well, I would admit one thing, you're a lot better at using V than I am. The most I can ever really get is 2 S's. 3 S's only comes if I'm lucky.
That's why I don't get people say V is just mindless trash. Like, sorry you aren't using your minds, people.
Granted, I can get those 2 S's without even trying. I just can't get higher than that. So it kinda still is mindless trash.
The end is now.
I kinda feel bad for the bug things. Even Goombas are more threatening than them.
That reminds me. I remember something I never finished. Someone asked, is there people who legitimately prefer the reboot game to the numbered Devil May Cry games? And someone said they prefer the reboot game over numbered entries because the reboot games remind them of Bayonetta. So when someone said you like the reboot because it doesn't play like Devil May Cry, is what you just said.
Can I just say something about this guy right here?
Yeah.
Fuck this guy. I swear he exists for the sole purpose of making you go down a combo rank.
Just free get red orbs.
Yeah, I know, but his placement right there in that tunnel when everyone else spawns over there. And it's like you can't just hide in the tunnel and wait for the battle to finish because it won't finish while he's still there. But the time it takes you to get to him, you'll always go down a rank. Fuck that guy.
Shadow, there we go. Oh, now you come to what the momentum? Jesus, Shadow. Got more momentum in that Sonic game. Time to call Nico. I love how they always have a coin on them.
I'm surprised the phones don't use orbs.
Hey, I could use a hand.
Ugh, you got it. Wait right there.
I wonder what purpose Nico would have for the orbs.
I mean, we should have the goddess statue in her van.
I guess. She's kind of a middleman
No
then.
such thing as too prepared.
See right there, goddess statue. That reminds me, did you ever use promotion?
Well, you're completely invincible while using it.
Never found a reason
You
to
need.
use it.
By the way, remember that secret mission you found
Yeah,
that you couldn't beat, where you have to get to the orb without touching the ground?
yeah.
You need to use promotion to beat it.
Oh, you're stinking kidding me.
Nope, that's how you do it. Standing on Nightmare does not count as touching the ground.
That's...
So the one thing you overlooked.
I like how right now you're like, okay, just said that. That's probably why I never beat it.
Yep.
God, he's actually ready to kill him. I thought he was just standing next to him.
まだスパーダの結束が残っている以上、万が一がないというわけだ。良いな。必ず見つけ出し、破壊しろ。それであの方の支配は盤石となる。
Oh. He just got McFlyed.
Strike. This is your misery.
Good news is you don't have to worry about any more secret missions until level 8.
Return. Take that momentum and send it right back.
I also recently watched a Malcolm in the Middle documentary. My favorite part about it was them asking the actors how they feel about the fame they got from the show.
There's a way.
The child actors were like, it's weird always being recognized, while the adults were like, work comes to me! Job offers come to me! I just love the fact that the adults were like super happy that this essentially gave them a big career opportunity, and the kids are like, I don't know how to feel about this.
Perfect power to control time.
Just also just the idea of Bryan Cranston saying how it's hard for him to get jobs, and look at him now. Ow, my
Just say
demon.
that time fuckery is the bane of my existence.
Oh, they're my other demon too.
That just gets so annoying.
A world in a grain of sand and a heaven in a wild flower. Hold infinity in the palm of your hand and eternity. Reap what you sow.
Hey Christian, you ever got an end stage ranking of D?
Of B?
D.
No.
I've seen someone somehow manage to get a D. It seems freaking impossible to get a D in this game.
I stopped getting D's once I moved on from, like, the first game.
But in this game, where rankings are pretty generous,
Very generous.
getting a D of all things.
How would you do that? You're not to be a journalist.
It was Angry Joe.
How do you get a D?
I don't know.
Like, you can average a B in all your battles, and you'd probably still get an S.
I mean, the major factor comes down to your style
In fact, I
points.
think I've done that before.
The major factor comes down to your style points.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can get a B in all, like, rankings of your style stuff, start the level, and you can still get an S.
Return.
I'll dodge eventually.
You fool, you've merely extended my invulnerability frames.
May now my flesh fail on me.
Nightmare! Could have done that a little more to the left.
I love how you just face plants.
But could have face plant a little bit more to the left.
Hold on, guys, I'm coming. I'll dodge after it hits.
Shut your mouth.
I want to feel it just once. Still ate that shit like a champ. No flinch, nothing.
Prepare. At your pleasure. Come back. The hours of folly are measured by the clock, but of wisdom, no clock can measure. Die.
Well, no, just takes so
行くぞ。スパートに近づけば、俺にもその場所はわかるはずだ。
That's hilarious, though. And the most pointless mission.
Yep.
Did you get the X color?
You have to pre-order. You have to pre-order the game.
Because I'm wondering, well, I don't get any costumes. You should get them after you beat the game, but I ain't get shit.
I mean, a whole bunch of them were for some. Pretty sure some of them were for the deluxe edition, the special deluxe edition, but some of them were pre-order only.
I'm pretty sure none of them were for the deluxe edition, because I got the deluxe edition. I didn't get shit.
Oh, I guess they were all pre-order only. What new Devil Breakers do we got?
I got a new arm for ya.
Nearly useless Devil Breaker.
A masterpiece. One of my finest.
One I should use more, but don't.
That's probably one of my favorites. It does so much fucking damage.
This one comes in handy for this particular boss fight, so I'll take it with me.
Does this time even have a boss fight?
This isn't it? How's the one we fight the
Oh,
giant
right.
thing?
All right. I'm thinking of mission 7.
There we go. Yes.
I like to just like give myself a bunch of the gerbers. So every time he does the double side spike thing, I just fuck around up there until the spikes go down, just go right back to beating on him.